Is this on? Okay. Hello, welcome back to the channel. KG is back with a match preview. Yeah, game Plymouth Argyle versus Leeds United for the fourth time this season, and it will be the last, thankfully, and hopefully the last for some time, if you know what I mean. But before I get into it, you know the drill, people. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and of course, drop your comments below. Thank you to Karen Curtin and John Abbott for the super thanks on the last video. Much appreciated, guys. And yeah, that was a lot of fun, doing it in a different setting. It was a little different, it was out of the comfort zone. But more importantly was the response from you lot, from you guys, the community. Like, you didn't make it feel uneasy. It was funny, and I appreciate that. So, because you always think if you're out of your setting, it's going to put a few people off, but a lot of you loved it. So that's good to know. That's good to know. So listen, we are here. We know what we have to do: win games, win games, win games. We're currently in second place. Southampton play tonight against a West Brom team, which is going to be fired up. They're not the worst team in the league, and also they've just been taken over. So there might be a new bounce around the place, all pun intended, boing, boing. But, it's going to be a tough one for Southampton. But what I want to do as well, just say about Southampton, is they were unbeaten from September. That's true. That's tremendous stuff. And I just know that if that was us with an unbeaten run from September, which ended just recently, we'd say, okay, we've lost this one, we'll go on another run. And I'm sure that is what Southampton will be able to do. But will they do it? That's another question. But you have to salute that run that they went on. But the run that we're currently on right now is very impressive. Very, very impressive. Here we are. Okay. Hello, Karen. Hello to you. Matt C here saying Bamford injured 2 weeks after the window closes. Who'd have thunk it? And Michael also saying, hi, KG. Yeah, Bamford. We didn't all see that coming. Michael Brown, though, in regards to Southampton, just saying West Brom have won 5 home games in a row. Yeah. I mean, it's much like the Plymouth stat with them not being beaten at home since October. I think there's outliers that can say, okay, it doesn't matter what run you're on, our team is better. And I think Southampton will be looking at their team and saying, okay, West Brom, you're a good team, but we're better. As we should be looking at Plymouth and saying, it's a nice run you've been on at home, but we should break that mold. We should break that streak. But yeah, going to Bamford, look, I think, and Richard also adds about Bamford being injured, but I don't think it should be a surprise to anybody. I would hope no one is surprised. I would hope that everyone would, tempered their expectations and thought, okay, you've got Bamford, he's playing well at this level, but he probably won't stay fit for the rest of the season. I mean, if you did think that, well, then I want some of that pink fairy clouds that you're eating too. But as I said in my match reaction, I'm not overly concerned. We saw PIROE play the number 9 role, okay, and he did exceptionally well, and I think he will get another run there. But even if PIROE isn't the man to play there, which I think he will be, by the way, I'm just saying that they've got another option in Willie Gnonto playing up front and bringing Dan James back in. So even though Bamford's out, it is not game over by any stretch of the imagination. We have options there, and very dynamic options at that as well. PIROE is a goal scorer. No matter which way you put it, no matter where you want to put him on the pitch, he'll score you goals. So he'll probably go back up front now, and he'll be looking to go, you know what? You've made me surrender my shirt after I wasn't even given a proper run in the number 9 role. You made me play behind Jorginho for how many months? No, I'm going to show you what I'm all about in this role. And I think he'll take that chance, because much like Willie Gnonto, listen, we just had Dan James as well, by the way, people. That's won the January Player of the Month. And he cannot get his spot back past Willie Gnonto. That is the depth that we are playing with right now. Mark saying, bring back Cage's mom kitchen. Say, yeah, man. Listen, I'll be back there in a couple months. Gotta see Mumsy again, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, but Gavin, come on, you baggies. Yeah. Karen here saying, put PIROE up front, he will score goals. He absolutely will. I think it's when a manager says, and obviously Daniel Farke did make that 13-minute press conference talking about Rutter and PIROE, but it's been proven, people, that Jorginho is more of a 10. I mean, I didn't need any manager to tell me that. I could see that from the way he plays. He's not a natural 9. And if you was to give Joel PIROE that some of the chances that Bamford's been afforded, he'd have been scoring more goals, I think, because he's more efficient with his finishing. So we will see what happens. But I'm just saying, if it's not PIROE, I have no issue seeing Willie Gnonto up top with Dan James coming back in. Both are good choices for me. I'm all good. Let's have a look here. T85 though saying, hi pal, I'd like to see Joseph come on in the number 9 if we're struggling. He had a good game in the cup. Yeah, exactly. And we still got Mateo Joseph in the tuck as well. He's ready to go. I'm sure he's hungry and chomping at the bit to start a couple more games. That's what I'm saying, people. We are not in a bad spot. If you think Bamford is the glue and he holds everything together, that is fine. I'm just saying that there are alternative options that could be a little bit more dynamic at that. Matt C here saying, I'm not comfortable feeling confident in winning games and promotion. When does this start to go wrong? Matt, I feel so different about this than I have in previous years, even the years under Bielsa, because the players are better now. Listen, let me make sure I make this clear. Bielsa had that team working like a well-oiled machine. Everybody had to do their bit because they weren't great players. They weren't. They were average players, which Bielsa coached to be the better than the sum of their parts. But he made that team work. This team here is way more talented, but it's about, will they hold their nerve with the crowds here? Will they hold their nerve towards the end? I think they will. Now, this could come back and bite me. That's cool. But I'm very, very confident in this team in getting promoted to the Premier League. Darren, yeah, I mean, Gavin, I know Gavin. I'll bring it up in a bit, but yeah. Michael here, though, saying Bamford did offer us a high at defensive and offensive set pieces. Want to see PIROE a bit more aggressive. I mean, offensive set pieces, that's not true, is it? What did Bamford do offensive? Defensively, I agree with you, Michael. He was definitely helping out in the box more, Patrick Bamford, but attacking set pieces, I've seen Kiefer Moore do more for Ipswich. By the way, we'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, I understand what you're saying in terms of defense set pieces, but offensive, I'm not buying that one. Rusto saying PIROE brace tomorrow. Okay, so let's just get into the news and bits and pieces. Bamford out for 10 to 12 days. This is an initial diagnosis, so we don't know. Of course, with Bamford as well, I think Daniel Farker said it's what is it now? It's his calf. So I thought it was initially his knee. I'm sure Farker said his knee, but yeah, Darren, and just for this as well, because let me just answer this before I go on. Farker has quietly admitted his mistake. Let's not bring it up again. And I'm with you, Darren, because a lot of people, bloody muff. There we go, Gaff. A lot of, there was a comment left in my comments before talking about, I wonder if it will get brought up, but this isn't the time to bring it up, people. There's no point any journalist going back to him and saying, hey, this time you've seen that Jorginho's better in the 10 and, having Bamford or PIROE up front has worked better. There's no point. And listen, do you know Daniel Farker's stubborn? He'll put PIROE at left back just to shut everybody up. So there's no point bringing it up. We're in a great space. There's just no need to bring it up. The time to bring it up was when we wasn't in such good form. That's the time where you bring it up again. But even then, it wasn't brought up again. So I think everyone knows just to leave it alone. We've seen the changes being made, and they're for the better. So yeah, I'm with that. You don't need to bring it up when we're in such a good moment. But yes, Bamford out for initial 10 to 12 days. We'll see how long that goes for. But I'm with everyone that's a Bamford fan. I hope he's back in. The stronger our squad is overall, the better our bench is, the better. And let's be fair to Bamford, he's done well at this level since the turn of the year. So the more he can contribute in that way, all good for me. Byram is also going to be out for the next 2 games, but Jamie Shackleton is back. Strauch has had a scan on. Has a scan next week, which we already knew. Doctors will decide if his load can be increased, and Darlow is close to returning to first team training. So there you go. Yeah. As well, quick, Michael Brown here. Congratulations to 38-year-old, sorry, Max Graydon winning the AFCON with Ivory Coast. Yeah, Max Graydon, man, love that little player, man. Back in the day, our League One team was pretty lit, if we had kept all those players plus Beckford in the championship when we went up, we'd have been promoted. I 100% believe that, because we finished 7th because we ran out of gas. I mean, even Bradley Johnson said so on this channel as well. Said we just needed a couple signings in January, but we faded away. But if we had kept all those players, I reckon we'd have gone up that year. But it's all ifs and buts there. But yeah, shout out to Max Gradle, man. What a little player he was. Yeah, Josh here saying, PIROE will be pushing for finishing chances tomorrow. Wants to keep that 9. Yeah, you could see in the last game. He came in cold, didn't he? He wasn't expected to start. It was a late switch with Bamford going off injured in the warm up, and he took that chance with both hands. He was absolutely electric. Followed the storylines that I love to see. Score against your former club. I still love the fact that he was trying not to celebrate, but then he couldn't help it and just had to give it that little thing there. I love that stuff. You know, you celebrate if you want to celebrate. You know what I mean? But yeah, good stuff with PIROE. Let's hope he does the same against Plymouth. He did. Gavin here saying Max nearly cost us, but at the same time, we could go through history of players that have nearly cost us, but are still loved by the fans. Think about Berardi in the semi-final against Derby, needlessly getting sent off. Luke Ayling, you know, when we just about stayed up, getting sent off. I think it was against Arsenal. You know, that's always going to happen. Was it Viduka? I think he got sent off as well. Look, but you go over the totality of their time here, don't you? I think that's probably the best way to look at it. But yeah, so there you go. There's the team news with that. And yeah, as Gavin here said, Gavin also said, I mean, I can't believe someone's asking about Dallas again. Guys, I wish to just leave it alone. You know what it is? It's because they saw Dallas in the video, you know, high-fiving Jorginho or whoever it was, because he keeps turning up to the game. Guys, at this point in time, just think of Stuart Dallas as a very expensive cheerleader. I don't think he's coming back to play for this football team ever again. I think he's going to see up at the end of his contract, and then he's either going to have to retire from this injury he's had, or he's going to have to play at a very, very lower level, because it's not happening for him here. But they will always keep asking. They will always do that. I mean, you've seen the articles this week about certain players. They'll always back the players that were here under Bielsa or give them shine. I just don't see the point in keep on asking about Stuart Dallas. If he is to return, then it will be a nice surprise, won't it? It will be a nice surprise to see him back. But I would not count on it, people. Huh? I would not count on it. Yeah, Gavin, I'm with you, man. I think Dallas has played his last game, sadly. Yeah. I mean, in all fairness, I thought that about Adam Forshaw at one stage, who we'll also see this weekend, I think. And he came back. But Dallas has been out. When did he smash into Grealish? That was years ago now. I swear that was 2022, people. I'm sure it was 2022, maybe even before, but he's been out for a long time. So yeah, I wish they'd just put that to bed. But because he's a fan favorite, they will always ask, because it will gain clicks and everything. So there you go. Daniel Farker also said this as well, just to highlight this again. They really have a good home record in the league. Their last defeat was back in October. We are highly motivated, and we know it's going to be a special atmosphere. So we definitely need a top performance. And he's right. You know, we're talking about Leeds coming to town, and Plymouth have done okay. You know, I know they've lost the last couple against us, but one took us the extra time, and they drew the first one in the cup. But we should take care of business in the mood we're in the role, you know, in the form we're in. We should be winning this game. But, you know, not everything is guaranteed. Let's have a look here. Darren here saying, I think it's between us and Ipswich. Saints have to play many teams that have something to play for, so they would drop more than a few points. Yeah, I'm never about the fixture list, people. I'm never about that, because you just don't know. I mean, look, we have recently just seen. Let me just get this here. We've recently just seen Ipswich go to Millwall and batter them 4-0. Yeah, they've battered them 4-0. We are now, and I knew it was going to happen. I think we went through this when we was talking about the fixtures and how Millwall was still on a 3 o'clock on a Saturday. I said, nah, that's definitely going to be moved. Well, you know, Leeds confirming just a few hours ago that our clash with Millwall has been selected for Sky Sports and will now kick off at 3 p.m. on a Sunday. And how Millwall approached the game against Ipswich is going to be completely different to how they approach the game against us. They will always try harder against Leeds, always. So there's an incentive for them on Sky to halt Leeds United's promotion charge and put a spanner in the works. That's how it is. So I always think it's different. You could be playing someone who's mid-table doing nothing, and they could surprise you. They could really surprise you. So fixtures are fixtures. You have to play everybody twice, and hopefully we just accumulate more points than Southampton. I don't think they're going away anywhere. But by the way, tomorrow, I don't think they're going anywhere. But hopefully West Brom can do something for us. That would be nice, wouldn't it? That would be nice. Matt C saying our pace and energy against traffic cones. Like Adam Forshaw should be meat and potatoes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Overall, we know, you know, and I think Southampton fans, Leicester fans, you know, Leicester are clear. They would say the same thing. You know, talent-wise, the squads are better than anyone else in the leagues, but it's about application on the day. And if you don't fully put it in, you know, you've always got the chance of slipping up. So Daniel Farker knows that. He's experienced at this stage more than most. So he knows what it takes, and the players will be fully focused on going up this season. Yeah, again, exactly, Luke, as well. Sheffield Wednesday, no matter what you think of them, it's never an easy fixture for us. Look what happened earlier this season. I know that the window had just shut and things were still being settled, but we drew the game and almost lost it. We almost lost that game. If Jed Spence hadn't made that recovery tackle, they could have gone through and scored in that one. So, yeah, it's not going to be easy, but the quality in this team, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, everyone will see us through. I'd love to get automatic promotion, people, and we don't have to even think about playoffs. That would be the best case scenario. Yeah. Um, yeah, no, Darren's correct. Let's not take Plymouth lightly. We failed to beat them in 90 minutes. 100%, Darren. I'm not taking them lightly, but what I would say is that I'm very confident. And there's nothing wrong with being very confident in this team of getting the 3 points. And if we just look at the table, here we are, second place currently until Southampton play West Brom in a bit, which is going to be a very tight affair. So look out for that result today. But, Plymouth are are they safe in mid-table? 15, 37 points. 37 points. I mean, yeah, they're teetering. They probably need a couple more wins to be sure of survival. But I've got to back this team that's doing what they're doing right now. I have to back it. So yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? I do feel that we're going to win this game. Um, I'm absolutely on fire. Martin are here saying for Leeds, it's not about how the opposition play, it's how we play. We know that we often don't kill teams off and let them back in. Yeah. We need to be more efficient. But Daniel Farker's even said that himself. He wishes that we could be a bit more efficient with our chances, finish games off earlier. That is the one nitpick, if you will, that we've got. Core set pieces are always going to be a thing for us until we get an actual set piece taker. But yeah, we're in a good spot, people. And I don't think we're going to see many changes tomorrow, by the way. I know there's no point doing team previews, but I think it's going to be the same team that played on was it day Tuesday? Yeah, that because he always talks about 3 to 4 days recovery is more than enough. So I think that's going to be more than enough, and we'll see the same team. And maybe it switches up for the cup. But yeah, bearing in mind as well that Millwall game will only be on that day if we don't beat Chelsea in the cup, which is very highly likely, isn't it? But yeah, we shall see. Emmett here saying, which would you prefer if you could call it in advance? Go up in second or win the playoff final at Wembley? Playoff is always a good one, but if you're talking about me, I'm saying go up in advance, go up in second, Emmett, because then you've got more time to actually do your Premier League preparation rather than wait another, was it week, 2 weeks? So yeah, I would easily take second place, start planning for the Premier League from the day that you've got the P next to your name and keep it moving. And just remember, everybody can't go. So, you need to start making new homes for a couple of new players as well. Elmi saying West Brom 3 points against Say. Let's hope so, man. Let's hope. And Leslie just saying, yep, KG, be the same team. Farker don't change the winning team. And he's right not to. He's absolutely right not to. Unless there's, like, say, 2 days gap, then I don't know if that's enough recovery time. I guess the sports scientists would know. But more than 3, we played Tuesday. We're playing Saturday. That should be more than enough time for everyone who's fit to get going again. And I expect to see the same starting 11, 100%. Render here. Sorry, Cage, you late again. Hope you well, mate. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Listen, just watch the replay. It's absolutely fine, no problem. So yeah, listen, people. Let's get our score predictions in against Plymouth. I don't think it's gonna be as emphatic as it has been the last couple games. Plymouth are a tough team to play, but I'm gonna go with a 2-1 Leeds win. 2-1 Leeds win. What we saying, people? And listen, keep the wins coming, keep those ticks coming, man, so we can end this weekend in second place. That would be lovely. What we saying then, people? Gavin going 3-1. Okay, yeah. So you think we're going to concede as well? Yeah. Oh, John, come on now. Plymouth nil 7. Plymouth nil leads 7. Tremendous. Darren here 2-0 win. Luke also going 2-0. SJ going 2-0. Karen also going 2-0. Yeah. Oh, Michael here. Oh, Michael, that's a good point as well. Let me just. Oh, where's he gone? Where you gone? Okay, here we are. Leeds played Tuesday. Plymouth played on Wednesday. An extra day's rest. So yeah, we've got a little advantage there as well. Matt C 3-1. Allison going for a 2-2. Allison, why aren't we going to win this game, Allison? What are you saying? Oh my lord, I don't want to see that. I'm used to winning. I don't know what this drawing business is. Arson here saying 3-0 to Leeds. Russ saying 3-1. Got you. And yeah, Dave, listen, I told you I'd take 1-0s all from now till the end of the season. I do not care as long as we get 3 points. Style of play, everything goes out the window. It's all about efficiency and results. That's it now. That's all it is for me. Yeah, Les, I think Les has got it right here. I think it will be a tight 2-1 Leeds, but could easily be 3-0. But let's just win. I hear that. I hear that. So if we just quickly look at the other teams around us who are playing, we obviously spoken about Southampton go to West Brom today. Keep a lookout for that. Leicester, that's going to be a home win against Middlesbrough. I think it's quite easy to say. And Ipswich have got that's a fairly easy fixture versus Swansea. I don't think Swansea are going to do anything against Ipswich. I fully expect Ipswich to win that one as well. Southampton, Leicester. Yep, that's it. That's it. Yeah, so those are it. So unlike the midweek games where there was potentially a few more banana skins, I think these are a bit more straightforward. I think we've probably got the biggest banana skin in this group of fixtures, so we have to get it done. So yeah, there you are. That is it. Is there anything else that I need to cover? Dallas championship game moved. No, that is it. That is it, people. I've put the link for tomorrow's match reaction in the description. So if you want to join me after the game, straight after the game, to talk about the game, you can do so. I'll be going live straight after the game. Until then, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you want to become a member of the channel, helps me out, helps the channel out. Link is in the description too. So yeah, I will see you all tomorrow, people, after the game for yet another Leeds victory. Peace out, people.